Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 19 of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24. And today we reached the penultimate game of the season as the 5-10 Washington Commanders will host the 10-5 San Francisco 49ers. And there's big news in the Commanders camp this week. Sam Howell will be getting the start. Yes, you see him in the middle of the huddle. The second-year man out of North Carolina will be leading the way in his second career start. And we'll see him first. The Commanders will start off with the football. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as Johnson gets us a nice return up to the 30. And here comes the man of the hour, Sam Howell, the former 5th-round pick. He's seen a little bit of action this season. He's in some garbage time, 263 yards on the season, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. But his first full start, he'll get every snap in this game as he'll start with a 7-yard connection to Terry McLaurin. Second and 3, Antonio Gibson gets the carry left side, and he's going to race forward for a gain of 10. He's had a sensational season up to this point. Next play, they're going to go right back to him, almost the exact same play. Gibson gets 9 this time. And you have to think, after 2 touchdowns last week and a second career start for Howell, Commander's offense will probably lean very heavily on this man as there's another carry and he gets a first down, 3 for 28, all ready for number 24. Now to the 35, Ryan Robinson Jr. checks in. He's going to race left side. He picks up a hard-fought 1. Makes it now 2nd and 9. Man coming across the formation is De'Ami Brown. Howell's trying to change some things up, and he actually gets flagged. Delay a game against Sam Howell. Maybe a little bit of non-experience will lead to that one, as it's now 2nd and 14. Howell in the pocket, going to throw this one right side, and it's just out of the reach of Logan Thomas. Led him a little too far at the sideline. Now 3rd and 14. Howell gets hit as he throws. Fred Warner applies a blitz, and Howell's first drive will end in a 56-yard field goal try by Joey Sly, and this one is good right down the middle. And the Commanders lead first 3-0. On the flip side, here comes another man who was drafted in last year's draft, except he was the last pick in the draft. Brock Purdy, the former Iowa State quarterback, has had a very good sophomore campaign, 27 yards, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. 49ers right now are 10-5 on the season. They're currently the 3 seed in the NFC, so they have a lot to play for in this game. Purdy's day start off with a 5-yard connection on the rollout. And here comes Christian McCaffrey, one of the best running backs in the league, arguably a top 3 since coming over via trade from the Panthers last year. McCaffrey has been sensational. Here's Deebo Samuel on 1st and 10. You'll see him line up in the backfield as well, and there's a nice snuff-out play by Cody Barton to track him down for a loss of 3. Back to C-Mac on the ground, however, as McCaffrey breaks the ankles of Martin and picks up a nice 12. He's going to make it 3rd and inches. 49ers will come out in the I formation. They'll actually go play fake here as Purdy, keeping his eyes downfield, dumps this one to the sidelines, and the Commanders' defense will get off the field. So now to bring Howell out for his second drive of the day, and it's going to start with Gibson losing 3 as there's plenty of pressure up the middle. Eric Armstead is there. Now facing 3rd and 13, his own 7. It's a jailbreak screen for Jahan Dotson, and he gets some beautiful blocks downfield, and that's going to spring him for a big 25-yard connection, and the Commanders' drive will stay alive. Now it's to the 32, a little bit more breathing room. Here's Gibson trying to bounce this one outside. It's a pickup of 4, and Javon Kinlaw actually hurt on the play. A little later into this drive now, 1st and 10 from the 41 of San Francisco, and Will Howell is actually going to go backwards here. Javon Hargrave and Nick Bosa, were there for the sack. And on 3rd and 13, Howell gets hit as he throws again. So this drive started off well, but ended with Howell taking a couple of shots. So after a punt, here come the 49ers. They start at their own 34 as McCaffrey's going to pick up a big 12-yard gain. Coming in the I formation again, another handoff. It's McCaffrey, picks up 5. He's just so good. Last week, 16 rushes, 89 yards on the ground. Now 2nd and 5. McCaffrey checks out of the ball game. They'll go play fake here. As Purdy's going to take a shot down the middle, and it's going to be caught. Brandon Ayuk with the score. That is a team-high 14th touchdown on the season. Just burns the deep safety Reeves on the play fake, and the 49ers take a 7-3 lead after the end of the first quarter. Here come the Commanders, though, to start the second frame. There's a 2nd and 7 RPO for Howell. Makes it a big 3rd and 3. Clock running down. Howell's got to call timeout again. Just letting the play clock maybe go a little bit too far is the young player. 3rd and 3. They come with a bubble screen out of the timeout, and De'Ami Brown is just going to get enough to move the sticks. No Curtis Samuel in this game, however, he suffered an injury in practice, so we'll see a lot more of De'Ami Brown and Jahan Dotson. Next play, there's a strike from Howell. Tight window throw, but he makes it. Gain of 9 to McLaurin. Going to toss it out right the next time is Gibson. He's going to have a first down, spun down by Warner, but not before he enters San Francisco territory. At the 49, it's a handoff, delay give to Gibson. There's a lot of penetration there. He's lucky they actually got 2 on that run. Next play, they're going to go with another RPO outside for De'Ami Brown. Actually hurdles past Charvarius Ward, but actually tripped. Otherwise, he could have picked up a first down. Now 3rd and 1. Handoff again for Gibson. He gets the first down and a lot more inside the 30. 12 rushes, 65 yards already for Gibson. Putting together a very good day. Next play, Howell's going to go play fake, and he hits it with the perfect timing. McLaurin in the end zone for a touchdown. Beautiful play call. You pound the run just to open up the play fake, and Howell with a dime gives the Commanders the lead again. It's now 10-7. 49ers with a chance now to answer. Here's Brock Purdy on the read option. He's going to pick up 5 before being tracked down by Ka'Leki Hudson. Next play, Purdy across the middle. He's going to find his tight end, George Kittle, who's a top 3 tight end in the league. He'll move the sticks. Thrown 48-yard line here. Purdy back to pass again. He's going to look right side. This one's caught. Gets by the defender. And just like that, San Francisco is out to the 35. Back to McCaffrey on the ground. He's going to find his way for a gain of 3. And this 49ers offense is starting to look pretty impressive. Going to hand this one off to the short side of the formation, the weak side, and it loses maybe a yard. So now 3rd and 7 for San Francisco. It's a big down for the Commanders' defense. Purdy's going to try to pass for it. Rolls out to his left. He's actually going to be sacked from behind. Casey Toohill applies the pressure. That's a big sack because now it's going to be a 59-yard try, and Jake Moody pushes it. The 3rd-round rookie out of Michigan did not connect, and that sack leads to no points and good field position for the Commanders. 2nd and 12. It's not going to matter, though. He gets picked off. Howell throws an interception to Isaiah Oliver. It was a one-play read, but Oliver smothered McLaurin at the line of scrimmage. I think Howell just thought he was going to win that matchup. But instead, the ball gets right back to San Francisco, and McCaffrey doesn't waste any time. He rips off a nice gain. 49ers deep now into Commanders territory at the 35. They go play fake again. That's a quick 5-yard connection. Sliding grab made. Now 2nd and 5 from the 30. Bunch to the right. Purdy's going to roll to his left, but he's going to have nice eyes across the middle to find the open receiver. That's Mr. Relevant for you, as the 49ers have come to name their starting quarterback. Next play with a new set of downs is going to be goal to go as Kittle gets it down to the 9. The next play, they'll hand it off to McCaffrey, who gets a lane left side. He's going to get the touchdown. A beautiful blocking by Trent Williams and Aaron Banks on that left side. Gives McCaffrey the lane, and it gives the 49ers the lead, 14-10, going into the 2-minute warning where the Commanders will not get the ball at the half. 2nd and 5 for Howell. Throws a deep ball right side, and that actually connects. It's not a throw I'd make again, but Gibson's able to come back to the football. And now Howell, the next play. A little bit of busted coverage. They're going to roll out, and they're going to find Logan Thomas downfield, but it was a busted play as well as there's an eligible man downfield. I think just the nature of the no huddle and the RPO. Sadiq Charles is a little past 5 yards. So the big play is for nothing. It's now 1st and 15. There's a check down to Gibson, who gets it 2nd and 11. Now 3rd and 11 for Washington. About a minute to go here in the first half. Howell is going to fire across the middle. This one's going to be off the mark, so the Commanders will have to punt. And they gave the 49ers a minute of clock. They also get the ball at the half, so this is a big chance for the 49ers to just extend their lead. There's a good start. Gain of 8. Now 2nd and 2. Outside for Ayuk. He's going to pick up the first down, and actually the 49ers will have to call a timeout. Jake Driscoll is hurt. Now 21 seconds left to go in the half. Only no timeouts for the 49ers as they have to play the sidelines. That'll work. Gain of 5. Now at the 47 of Washington. Still not in field goal range yet. 15 seconds left to go. Purdy rolls to his right, fires out of bounds, and it's now down to 12 seconds. Any tackle in bounds basically ends the half. Next play, Purdy moves to his right, fires left. He has Kittle open at the 33. The Commanders allow the 49ers to get into field goal range, so they'll bust out a 50-yard try for Moody, and it's up and good. The Commanders' defense fails them at the end of the half, and the 49ers will take a 17-10 lead going into the intermission. We'll have to find out what happens in the second half. So with only 2 weeks left to go in the season, the playoff picture is as heated as ever. We'll start off in New York as the Giants are down 10-6 to the Rams. The Giants still fighting for a playoff spot, so a big loss here would hurt their chances at making the postseason. The Rams not in the playoffs, but they definitely have a chance to play spoiler. They're up 10-6 thanks to a Stafford connection to Cooper Kupp. In Chicago, the Bears, they're fighting for something. They're fighting for the number 1 pick. They're 2-13, currently have that locked up, and it looks like they might lose another one as the Falcons hold a 17-3 lead. A pair of touchdowns for Ritter in the first half. Finally, the Battle of the Birds out in Philly. The Eagles are down 17-7 to the Cardinals, who are not having a good season. But this will be a big loss for the Eagles, who are still trying to get one of those wild card spots going into the final week of the season. So back to our game to begin the second half. Here's Brock Purdy picking up where he left off. A big start. There's a gain of 13 quick to Brandon Ayuk. Next play from scrimmage, Purdy's flushed out of the pocket to his right. He's just going to dump this one to the sideline and live to fight another day. McCaffrey in motion out of the backfield here on 2nd and 10. Purdy stands alone. He's got 5 men in the pattern. Checks it down for McCaffrey, who comes underneath. He's going to pick up 6. And Purdy's only missed 4 passes to this point in the ballgame. 3rd and 4. Purdy flushed, looks left, finds a man at the sticks, and it's Ayuk who's going to move him. Soft coverage there by the Commanders, not able to get to Purdy. The corner played soft, and it moves the chains. 49ers drive stays alive. Purdy floats this one. Beautiful touch pass to George Kittle just outside the arms of the defender. And Purdy is really starting to feel himself in this ball game. Next play, another connection. Brandon Ayuk, gain of 8 right side, makes it 2nd and 2. Going to throw forward again. Across the middle, there's George Kittle. Big hands, holds on to the football. And now San Francisco is back in the red zone. 1st and 10. McCaffrey this time motions out wide left. Blitz is coming, and it's going to be picked up. And Purdy's going to find Ayuk in the corner for another touchdown. The 15th on the season for Ayuk. And it's a 24-10 lead for the Niners. As the Commanders have given up 10 points before they even got the football back. So they really need to score here to begin the second half. Howell on 2nd and 8 is going to throw a nice pass to Logan Thomas. Beautiful ball placement. Puts it outside of Fred Warner's range. Howell's looked pretty good in this game. You take away the interception, he's played a pretty solid game. There's a gain of 1 for Gibson, who's still going to be relied upon heavily in the second half. Next play is he gets bottled up inside, only picks up 3. And now it's 3rd and 6. Going to have to rely on the arm of Howell. Looks left side, fires, has De'Ami Brown. That's a first down. He gets absolutely annihilated across the middle. But Braden Daniels is hurt on the play. One of the guards for Commanders will take a seat. Next play, Robinson Jr. will get an 8-yard run. Make it now 2nd and 2 on his second carry of the day. Gives him back in for this play. He gets a lot of space left side. He's into the second level. And he's out to the 23 of San Francisco. Already at 91 yards rushing in this ball game. He's going to get another one here. He's going to move it up to 93 as he gets a 2-yard run. Howell now stands empty on 2nd and 8. Drops back to throw. Fires across the middle. Here's Jahan Dotson. Picks up 6. And it makes it a more 3rd and manageable. Across the formation. Move it to the left side is Turner. They're going to hand off to Robinson Jr. He's going to pick up the yards. He's going to make a goal to go for Washington. They're now out to the 9. They keep 3 tight ends for this formation. It's a bootleg. Howell throws it to the end zone, and that's a very dangerous pass. Lucky Charvarius Ward did not pick that off as they have another crack at it now, 2nd and goal. Howell again drops back, floats this one right side as Dotson. That'll pick up about 5. And now a big 3rd down. From the 4, they come in a goal line set. Howell's making some adjustments. He sees something, and he's going to look left side and find Terry McLaurin for a touchdown. Howell saw the matchup. He trusted his number one wideouts, and they connect for the second time this game. It's now 24-17. Next play from scrimmage for the Niners, and it's a sack. A play fake does not fool James Smith-Williams. A big loss there. Now 3rd and 10 for the Niners. A big chance for the Commanders to get off the field. Purdy's going to step up and run with it. He slides down, and that's going to be a 3 and out for San Francisco. Now the Commanders get the ball back. 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. There's a run again for Gibson. Makes it 2nd and 9. They're going to go back to him here. Left side has a little bit more space, and again, a 3rd and 1. You have to think they're going to go to Gibson again. 49ers, they predicted as well, and they're ready for it. They stopped Gibson on 3rd and 1, and that's going to lead to a punt, and that's going to lead to the end of the quarter. The 49ers with a 24-17 lead going into the final frame. They begin it at their own 41. Here's McCaffrey on 1st and 10. He's way in the backfield. It's a loss of 5. Now 3rd and 15. Trying to set up a screen for McCaffrey. He's got a couple men in front. He gets some blocks, but McCaffrey can't quite get there. Valiant effort, but he's 3 yards shy. And the Commanders will get the ball back. Big chance to try to go back and stay in this one. As the Niners defense, one of the best in the league, but the Commanders did a pretty good job of protecting the football. 2nd and 8 now. Howell feels some pressure on his right side. Throws a long pass out there to De'Ami Brown. Just gets there in time. But it's now 3rd and 2. They're going to trust Howell in the air. It's a rollout to the left. Fires, finds Brown in the flat. It's a 1st down. We haven't seen the Commanders really run that play this year. You have to think Eric Bieniemy designed that one just for Sam Howell. New set of downs. Here's Gibson in the flat. Fred Warner is there to truck him down after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7. Go play fake. Howell's going to try to take another shot to McLaurin, and he can't hold on through the contact. Dre Greenlaw and company was there. And it's going to be a big 3rd and 7. Howell drops back to throw. Lobs one left side. He tried to force it to McLaurin as Isaiah Oliver was all over him again. Very good coverage by the former Falcon today. So they punted away back to San Francisco, who now has less than 11 minutes to go in this ball game. They're going to start off with a 2-yard run for McCaffrey. Now 2nd and 8. Right side again. Here's George Kittle. He's going to be close to the marker. And the 49ers have had a crazy good passing attack today. We know this Washington defense is not very good. They're actually the worst in the league. And on 3rd and 1, they can't get a stop. As there's a 1st down. And actually, Cody Barton actually has to come out of the game too. One of our star linebackers. He will miss the rest of this one. Later in the possession, 1st and 10 now at the 39 of Washington. And there's a rollout to the right side for Jennings. 1st down yardage. From the 27 now, Purdy, 3-step drop, fires across the middle. He has Samuel who holds on, and Aaron Banks, the left guard, for the 49ers will have to come out of this game. Now 1st and 10 from the 17. Purdy back to throw again. He has a man over the middle. It's George Kittle for a touchdown. The 3rd passing touchdown of the day for the Niners, and they push their lead right back up to 14. And we have a big play coming out of the 2-minute warning. It's 4th and 1 for the Niners. They're at the 1. It's basically goal to go. You either get it or you don't, and Gibson's going to get it. I didn't think Gibson was going to get that touchdown, but he fought through the tackle. That's a big-time play for our superstar halfback. And it gives us only a 7-point deficit, and the Commanders are going to elect to kick this one off to the Niners. They have all 3 timeouts. Ron Rivera put a lot of faith into his defense here. They got to get a stop against this man. He has 127 total yards in the ballgame. 1st and 10 run to McCaffrey. Left side, he's going to be stopped after 3. There's the first one. Now 2nd and 7. They're going to bring him into the backfield. McCaffrey, left side, he's wrapped up. Now 3rd and 6. Commanders need one more stop. 49ers, they come I formation. They give it to McCaffrey, and he has the 1st down, and that'll do it. The Commanders defense cannot get it done, and the 49ers will win this one by a final score of 31-24. The Commanders, they made it look somewhat interesting, but it did seem like the 49ers just had this one all the way. The defense just continues to be a very, very sore spot for this Washington team. But on the bright side, I thought Sam Howell played really well today. He did have the one interception where he threw it to Isaiah Oliver, just expected McLaurin to just beat his man on the press. But other than that, I thought they played very good football on offense. Howell made good plays. I thought Eric Bieniemy put him in a lot of good spots. And I think it was a good shot for him. We do get one injury. It was Cody Barton. He dislocated his elbow. He'll be done for the season with only one game left to go. We're going to place him on IR just so we can get the roster spot. And I also meant to put Emmanuel Forbes on the IR last week after he dislocated his hip, so we'll just do that now. And for those two roster spots, we'll be calling up Christian Holmes from the practice squad, as well as Milo Eifler to give us some more linebacker depth. Here are your scores around the league in week number 17. The Jets pick up a big win. They hold the wild card spot. And a couple of other big wins across the league. As we saw, the Bears also did lose that game. The Ravens, the first one, they beat the Dolphins. So a week after the Dolphins beat the best team in the league in the Cowboys, they put up only 7 points against the Ravens. Now, Tua is hurt, so Mike White did make the start, and I think that played a big part of it as the Ravens were able to win at home against Miami. The other game, the Bengals go on the road. They beat the Chiefs. A big win for Cincinnati, who needed a big bounce back one here. 32-28 in favor of the Bengals. I think Mahomes played the better game, but it was just the Bengals who came away victorious. They're trying to get that 1 seed back from the Buffalo Bills. Final game we'll take a look at the Sunday night matchup. The Vikings beat the Packers 22-12. Two teams fighting for a wild card spot as Kirk Cousins trying to get it done with the Vikings on what could be his last year in Minnesota. Well, they pick a big win up here today against the Cheeseheads. Here are your players of the week. Purdy got it against us thanks to our great defense, so being sarcastic. Azeez Ojulari had 2 sacks for the Giants. TJ Watt had a sack, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. And Anthony Richardson gets AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Next up, we'll take a look at the playoff picture, and there's really not a lot of change this week. It kind of holds serve. I think the Saints maybe squeak in as a 7 seed this week, but other than that, it's basically the same that it's been. No real movement, but there's still a lot of the line as we go into the final week of the season, and we're going to have to end it at home against the Dallas Cowboys. This is not going to be easy. We played them back in week 12 on Thanksgiving, and the Cowboys, they put up 59 on us. 42 points in the second half. We had a hard time slowing down the Niners offense today. Now we got to try to slow down the Dallas Cowboys offense. Not looking good for your Commanders down the stretch, but it is the last week of the season. It is a rivalry week, so anything can happen. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content as we get ready to wrap up year 1 of the Commanders franchise. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.